there has been always the same amount of water available. There is no more, there is no less water on this planet. Most of that water is salty water, it's in the seas and oceans, and very small percentage is available in our lakes and rivers as groundwater. And then if we pollute some of those sources beyond the means of us treating it, then we are having less water. We don't require most of the water in our households that we flush down the toilet or use in the shower or use in the washing machine. Doesn't have to be drinking water quality. But I would say everything so far we could recover. Explainable artificial intelligence helps the user, so it will not replace the user completely, never, particularly in the water sector. It can be in manufacturing when we are repeatedly doing something, but in the water sector, every intervention is unique, almost unique. Data mining tools, neural networks, and such. People say those are black boxes. Black boxes because we cannot see how they work inside. So explainable AI is something that will bridge the gap between the user and the AI itself. So in order to increase the trust, the explanation has to come with a solution. I don't know how people are aware even of their direct water usage at home. In various countries in Europe, it ranges from, say, 100, 120 liters to 150, 200 liters per person per day. But that's still way away from the number, from the water footprint that we use through products and services. So if you buy a tomato from Brazil or buy it from Egypt, do they have the same footprint? Because then the scarcity of water plays a role. WWF has come up with stewardship to look into how can private companies, utilities, businesses, commercial organizations, how can they take into account the local conditions where they use water for producing products so that they can help improve sustainability of the water usage in the area. If you're talking about privatization, there are various models for privatization. We have one model in the UK where the companies are listed on the stock exchange and they have shareholders and they pay dividends. And then you have, for example, another model which is in the Netherlands, where all the drinking water utilities are private companies, but they're publicly oriented, so they're not giving dividends to their shareholders. It's very important what is the type of regulation that is put in place. The key is that the regulation has a long-term view rather than a very short. European Union now has a Green Deal, and I know Green Deal involves water, but I would call it blue-green, because blue is equally, if not more important for that green, and there is direct link, obviously, between sustainability, sustainable using or use of all resources, including water, reuse of water, recycling, reduction of usage of water, all part of that drive to mitigate the impacts of climate change.